Baker with Amy Baker, Pilates and Slings. Thanks for joining me. This is a beginner workout that has an emphasis on creating balance between the front body and the back body. For this workout, you're either going to, if you have them on hand, need a couple of inflated balls, soft, maybe like 4 inches in diameter. If you don't have those balls, no problem. Grab a bath towel. And what you want to do is have your bath towel, here's my bath towel, fold it some, and then you're going to roll it so that the roll is maybe like 5 or 6 inches, maybe like 5 inches thick. So you want to use the towel like a roll. So now that you've got that made, set that aside. So it's either the balls or the towel. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Okay, so just starting in high kneeling, maybe touch the front and the back of the pelvis, and start to do some tilting. So think of your pubic bone tipping down towards the floor, and then the opposite, the back of the pelvis, drop back down towards the floor. And I like to image that the pelvis is a bowl. If it was maybe a bowl of salsa, pour salsa on the floor forward. And then do the opposite, the back drops down, the front lifts up so that there's not a spill happening. 2 more. Tip the front down, and then the back drops and the front lifts. 1 more like that. The front drops down, and then use your abdominals to lift up on the front, up, up, up. Good. So continuing with the bowl, you want it to be level so there's not spilling. We'll add an arm pattern into it. So go back, lift up on your abs a little so you're level with your belt bowl of your pelvis, and then arms go forward, and then they go over the top and down. Let's do this 5 times. 2, forward. As you raise your arms, check in with your bowl. Are you spilling? And down. 3, use your abs to lift the front of your pelvis just a little bit so that as your arms move, your pelvis isn't being impacted. It's able to stay level and steady. 1 more time. And down. Okay, from here we'll go on to hands and knees. So come down and start in a flat back position. It's called a small wave. You'll sit back with a pretty straight back and then start to wave. So you'll go up, over, forward. Keep your abdominal activation as you arrive into your hands. It's like a plank on your knees. Push back again, and then do the same thing, up, over, and forward. So for imaging a bowl, your pubic bone, the front of your pelvis, lifted up towards your chin, especially as you arrive forward. And 3, up, over, and forward. The further you go forward, the more your abs lift up on the front of your pelvis. And back, 2 more times. Up, over, and forward, abs, 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 and back. Last time. Up, over, forward, and then you can press back. Okay, from here, slide the hands in. We'll sit upright, and we're going to come onto your butt. Sit onto your bottom, and whatever your implement is, whether it's the balls or the towel. I think I'm going to demonstrate with the towel. Have it near to you. Plant your feet on the floor and just try to keep your feet planted. You're going to roll slowly down towards the mat, and be playful about this. It doesn't need to go perfect. Lay on down. Okay, once you're down there, grab either the balls or your towel, and you're going to put them kind of in the middle of your back pockets of your jeans. So your pelvis is resting onto the balls. And the idea is with gravity, you want to be heavy, as heavy as possible with you on the balls or on the towel. And then you're using them as a fulcrum, essentially. So back to that same move, pubic bone, tip it down towards the mat. And then do the opposite, your tail, curl it towards the ceiling. That should cause your back to flatten towards the mat a little bit. And then do it again. Tip your pubic bone down, your low back lifts, and then the opposite. Curl your tail towards the ceiling, and then your back flattens a bit. 3 more like that. One way, arching, and then curling. And when you're doing the curl right now, that's a lot of abdominals. Arch, not as much of an engagement abdominally, at least not a contraction, but this is gather through your abs, muscularly contract to create that curl. 2 more times. Arch and curl. 1 more time. Arch. Great job. And curl. And so now, instead of being arched or curled, you're going to come to the middle ground. Maybe again, touch your pelvis. And imagine that we set a glass of water right there on your low abdomen. And the goal is to keep the water steady as you lift one leg up to tabletop. So that means 90 degrees at the knee and at the hip, and then lower back down. Touch your abdomen. Try to perceive, are you steady? Would your water be sloshing around, or would it be steady? And again, up and down. Recommit abdominally, up and down. That's it. Steady the water glass. 3. Steady the water glass. That's it. You're alternating legs. I don't know if I said that, and it's hard to see it from the side. Alternate. And switch. 1 more set like that. Steadying the water glass. That's some deep control at the level of the core musculature, the core tissue. And switch. Okay, from here, we're going to add on to it. So, we'll lift the right leg up, and now keep it there. Lift the left leg up so that both legs are up. Steady the water glass as you lower the right leg down. Keep it steady as you lower the left leg down. Start it with the left. So steady the glass as your left leg floats. Keep it there. Haul the right leg up. Keep steadying the glass as you lower your left leg down. And then lower the right. That's a little harder. Let's do it again. Right leg lifts. Steady, steady the water glass. Left. Right lowers. Left. And start with the left. Left, steady, steady, right, left, and right. Let's do 1 more set. Steadying as you float one leg. Keep that leg up, lift the other. Lower the first leg, lower the second leg. 1 more time. 1 leg up, and then the other. Lower the first, lower the second. This last one's a little bit more flowing. I call it popcorn. Let's lift the right leg up, and then you're going to switch in midair, and it's kind of brisk. Switch, switch. And I almost think of the foot on the floor as bouncing off of the floor. Switch, switch, and back to the water glass. Steady the glass. 5, 6, 7. Let's do 10 of these. 8. Rib pelvis connecting in the front. 9 and 10. Great, come back down. And then just do a couple more of those arches and curls. So pubic bone tips to the floor, and then do the opposite, curl your tail to the ceiling. That's it. So you're rolling forward with the pelvis, and then you're tipping back. And 3, pubic bone towards the floor, your back arches, tail to the ceiling, your back flattens. 2 more times. Arch and curl. Strong abdominal activation. 1 more time. Arch and curl. Voila. Okay. So from here, come out. Let's take the towel or the balls out. Set it aside. Take just a moment to get back into your body without something under your pelvis. And then from here, we're going to come back up to hands and knees and repeat that small wave. So come back, sit back with a straight back, and then again you're going to wave up, over, forward. Keep that abdominal activation, particularly at the forward, and then press back to up, over, and forward. Again. Up, over, and forward. 2 more times. Up, over, and forward. 1 more time. Sequentially waving through low spine, mid spine, upper spine. Don't forget about the neck and the head. Keep the abdominal support as you're forward, and then sit back. You can slide your hands in towards your knees. And then from here, we're going to come back up to high kneeling, and let's have one leg come forward. I'm going to give you guys the forward view to start with. So why don't we send the right leg forward? The right leg is forward. I'm going to just pivot to the side for a moment. So touch again the front and the back of the pelvis, and repeat that same spill, don't spill exercise. The back of the pelvis drops, the front lifts. So you're lifting up, probably it's a stretch in the front, and then you can relax. Do it again. The back drops, the front lifts. Strong abdominal engagement, probably a stretch in the front on the left, and then you can release. Let's do that 3 more times. The back drops, the front lifts. Feel that abdominals lifting up, stretching the front of the thigh, and release. 2 more times. Up, 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 and release. Great job. 1 more time. Up, up, up. Okay. We're going to switch sides. So your right knee will come down, and then the left leg will come forward. If you want to see the front view, it's like the left leg is in front of the left shoulder. I'm going to pivot to the side just to give you a visual. Same idea, 5 more. The back drops, the front lifts, and then you can relax. And do it again. Lifting up strongly with the abs. Probably you'll feel a bit of a stretch there on the front on the left, and then relax. So you're spilling. And then 3. Back drops, front lifts, so you're anti-spilling. Lift up, up, up. And then relax. 2 more. Up, up, up. And relax. And then 1 more time. Up, up, up. That's it. And relax. Let's go back to the first side. So left knee is down. Right leg is forward. So you've got that same intention that the pelvis is anti-spilling. The back is dropping and the front is lifting, so there's not a spill. And then add that arm action in that we already did. Arms go forward and then over. Do 5 of those. Keep using your abs to lift up on the front of the pelvis and over. That's it. 3. And around. Good job. 2 more. Front of the pelvis is lifting. Use your abs to lift your front of your pelvis. 1 more millimeter. You can do it. 1 more time. And around. Awesome. Switch to the other leg. So your right knee is down. Your left leg's forward. Check in with your pelvis again. The back drops, the front lifts, so there's no spilling. And then go forward with the arms and then over. And 2. And over. Great. 3. Open. 2 more. And open. 1 more time. Great. Okay, we're going back to the other side for 1 more thing. Left knee is down, the right leg is forward. Let's repeat the arm circle just 1 time. So arms go up. As you open your arms, head down so your hands come down to the floor. If this feels extreme, you could also grab like yoga blocks or a pot, like pots and pans, and put them underneath your hands so your hands are up a little bit. Okay, so from here, keeping your right heel planted, shift your body forward. And then keeping your right toe planted, shift back. Let's do 8 of these. 2, keep the heel planted and shift forward. Keep the toes planted and back. That's it. And 3. Forward and back. Great. And 4. Forward and back. Tuning into the rib cage and the pelvis, trying to keep them connected. 5, like the top and the bottom of a capsule, and back. That's it. And 6. Keep your heel planted forward. Keep your toes planted back. You might feel a stretch in your back, or the back of the pelvis, the back of the thigh. 2 more. 7. And back. 1 more time like that. 8. Forward. and back. And then come about halfway between forward and back. And if you like, maybe touch the back of your pelvis, see if you can sequentially come upright. That's a little balancing act. See if you can sequentially stack your way up to vertical. And then we'll change sides. Right leg comes down, left leg is forward. So remember the arm circle. Go forward with the arms, arms go up and forward, and then they circle as you do. Hands come to the floor, or you're going to grab something to lift up a little bit more. And then the left heel stays planted as you shift forward. Toes stay planted as you shift back. 8 of these. 2. Heel stays planted forward. Toes stay planted as you head back. Feel that back body stretch, hamstring, maybe the back of the pelvis, maybe your low back. 3. And back. You got it. 4. Heel stays planted. Left toes stay planted, the front foot. Keep the connection, ribs and pelvis. 5. And back. And 6, like a capsule shape. Your ribs and your pelvis. Your ribs are the top of the capsule, your pelvis is the bottom of the capsule. 2 more. 7. Back. 1 more time. 8. Back. Excellent. Now come about halfway between forward and back. Again, if you like, a hand at the back of the pelvis to just lend to the sequencing as you stack yourself. Up, up, up. From here, plant your knee back down. We're going to come back down to some small waves again. So on hands and knees, sit back again with a straight back, and then we'll wave up and forward. Keep the abdominals, especially on the forward, and again back, and then wave up over and forward. And push off the hands to go back. Right, 3, up, over, forward, front support with the abdominals. 2 more times. And forward. See if you can articulate a little bit more through your neck. 1 more time. Up, over, forward, and then again press back. From here, we'll tuck the toes underneath. You're going to stand up onto your feet. So stand up onto your feet. Stand so you're 100% in your feet. Hands are still touching the floor. Do a knee bend. Continue to touch the floor with your hands as you straighten your legs up. Only go as straight as you can still touch the floor. And 2. And up. That's it. And 3. Relax your head and your neck if you can. Let's do 5 of these. 2 more. 4. Up. 1 more time. And up. From here again, maybe touch the back of your pelvis so that you can really sequence. Your hand sends the back down as you sequentially stack yourself upright. Great. And then from here, tune into your pelvis again. Just do a little bit of the spill, don't spill. Pubic bone tips down, you're spilling. The back drops, the front lifts, you're not spilling. Do it again. Do spill. And then don't spill. 1 more like that. Do spill. And then don't spill. So from here on out, your goal is to keep the bowl level. Let's do just standing. 5 more of those. Arm arc. That means they go forward and up, and then circle, they go to the sides and down. Check in with your bowl. Make sure every millimeter you move your arms, the bowl is staying level. 3, and around. 2 more times. 4, use your abs, lift up on the front of the pelvis, just a little bit more. 1 more time. And down. Excellent. Thanks so much for joining me. Please let me know how that little movement sequence went for you, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.